It's Shara. Welcome back to my kitchen. Forgive the wet hair look. It is early Tuesday morning. I probably won't get this up until Wednesday because I'm going to serve it tonight and I want to have time to get everybody's opinion of it before I share it with you guys. But we are back on full school schedule. There we go. And my daughter's having 2 days a week where she's having really long days and she won't get to eat lunch. And I want to try this semester to have some quick, easy meals those days. So while I was at the library, I checked out this book. And I thought I would share a couple of the recipes. This book is called Dinner Made Easy with Six Sister Stuff, Time-Saving Recipes for Busy Moms. They do have a website. I'll try to link this down below, and I'll check and see if this recipe is on the website. If it's not, I will type it out down below as well. It's an easy chicken and noodle casserole, and the reason I picked this one is it's one that is a freezer meal. So if my family likes this, I will actually be making it again, and I'll make either the full size that they call for, because I'm making a slightly abbreviated version, or I will make two and freeze one. So anyway, we are making the easy chicken and noodle casserole. And I'm going to just show you the ingredients, and I am of course making mine gluten-free. It's not necessary for anybody that doesn't follow a gluten-free diet. And mine's going to be slightly smaller. I'm cooking for a few less people than most people are. And I also, because I'm using gluten-free pasta, for whatever insane reason, they charge more for smaller size packages. Gotta love it. So anyway, I'm going to turn you guys around, show you the ingredients that I'm using, but I will make sure that you have the original list of ingredients as well. And this is a very easy recipe. If you do not want to use canned cream of chicken soup, I do have a video that I'll try to remember to put, if I can figure out how to put the link in here somewhere, how to get to that, but I'll also put it down below because I definitely know how to get that done and make sure it works. However, I'm not sure how well they freeze. This I know freezes well. And as prices go, the Great Value brand gluten-free cream of chicken soup is not extremely expensive compared to some. So it keeps it a little more frugal anyway. So guys, how many times can I say so in a row? Let me turn you around, show you what we've got. I do have my water going for my pasta. I've already cooked my chicken. I just put some chicken breast in the Instant Pot and let it do its thing, and then I saved that broth to cook my pasta in. So that's, really simple, easy thing. The recipe also says that you can use rotisserie chicken, be a great way to use leftover chicken. I think it probably, based on how it looks, would be good with leftover grilled chicken as well, as long as you hadn't seasoned it with anything too strong. We'll turn you around, show you what we're going to use, and when I get my pasta done, I'll bring you back and we'll pull this thing together. No early morning is complete without my coffee, guys. Sorry. Where did I just lay that book? Oh, discombobulated, guys, discombobulated. If you have access to this book, the recipe is on page 123. So you need 2 cups of chicken shredded. Like I said, I just cooked mine in the Instant Pot. A 16-ounce package of egg noodles prepared according to the package directions. I have a 9-ounce package of gluten-free traditional egg pasta. This is the closest I can find, so this is what I'm going to use. And I did, as I said previously, I'm getting ready to cook this in the broth from the chicken. can of cream of chicken soup, 10.75 ounces. These are 10.5, so pretty close. This is the Great Value brand. This is gluten-free. I believe there's also a brand that the Whole Foods Market sells that I cannot remember the name of right now. I have to order that in order to get it in my town, so it doesn't happen a whole lot. A cup of sour cream. I'm using the light because we don't need the extra calories, but if you were freezing it and you didn't mind the extra fat, it might make it a little creamier. If you don't like sour cream, you could probably use mayo for that as well. Calls for a 1/4 cup chopped onion. As I've said before, my daughter is not an onion kind of girl, but she's okay with onion powder, so I'll probably stir in about 1/4 teaspoon of this. Calls for chopped mushrooms. I'm not adding mushrooms. She's not crazy about mushrooms. Guys, it calls for red bell pepper, and we had, you know, now I'm in the South, and I know, but my grocery store did not have any pimentos. Calls for red bell pepper. I said, oh, I just need a jar of pimentos. It is like, you know, unheard of almost for a grocery store in the South to be out of pimentos. So anyway, they didn't have any red bell pepper, and they didn't have any pimentos. So we're going without that as well. I'm not sure that they shouldn't close their doors, but so be it. And 1/2 cup of frozen peas. I just took some out of a bag. I just buy the Great Value brand, store brand, guys. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. Goodness, excuse me. They call for garlic salt, but I'm actually just going to add regular salt and pepper. And we'll need a casserole dish and canola oil or some kind of spray for a casserole dish. So the process is really simple. Cook chicken, cook your noodles. We're going to layer all this in here. We'll make a sauce with the sour cream and cream of chicken, add the veggies and seasoning, and layer it over it. This goes in the freezer, normally covered, and goes in the freezer. I'm actually just going to refrigerate mine today and then cook it this evening, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I will show you pulling it together. There goes Cleopatra in the background. She hears me talking to myself. But we'll be back just a little bit and at least let you see how it looks pulled together. And then tonight I'll show you how it looks when it's all cooked up. Okay, guys. Let's see if I can do this without steaming up the camera too bad. Our noodles are done. So our directions say to spray our cooking dish, and yeah, it's steaming pretty good. This is my 9 ounces of noodles. It calls for 9 by 13, but I'm cooking for less, as I've said. So if you are cooking for a large family, don't panic. The recipe makes more than this. I just, you know, this is going to be more than 3 people need by itself. Then we are to layer our noodles and chicken in the bottom of the dish. I'm lazy. I'm putting mine in and I'm going to stir it up. I'm also going to add my peas now because I kind of like them down in it. I'm just going to kind of flip this around in here. Well, said I was. And set this aside. This is a super easy sauce. We need our can of cream of mushroom soup. Cream of chicken soup. But you know, I think you could probably use cream of mushroom too. They're not completely interchangeable, but for most dishes they're reasonably so. Especially if you wanted to just add a little bit of cheese to this, because I'm not really good at leaving recipes alone. And then 1 cup of sour cream, which I went ahead and measured out. Then it calls for our onion, which I'm not going to use, but you would normally add 1/4 cup of chopped onion. I'm going to add, given how little I'm making, just 1/8 teaspoon of onion powder. And about the same in garlic powder here. Actually, I'm going to reduce that just a little bit. I don't want a heavy garlic taste. Woo! Clear my sinuses this morning, guys. And some salt, which I'm going to eyeball. And pepper. It's really not going to take a lot of salt because the cream of mushroom soup is kind of plenty salty on its own. Stir this together. Kind of looks icky. Reminds me of, you know, that chicken and broccoli, what is it called? Divan? Is that what it's called? How do you pronounce it? It's spelled D-I-V-A-N, Divan? Is that how you pronounce it? Sauce that you make, that casserole, that is actually really good. This kind of looks like the sauce that you make for that. Supposed to mix this well and put it over this. And I'm sorry guys, but this is my weaker arm, so I'm going to have to cover the camera until I get it poured on here. If I flip it the other way, we'll probably break the bowl, have a mess. No video, but more importantly, no supper. So. And says to just pour this mixture over it. Now normally you would cover this with several layers of foil and freeze it until you're ready to use it. The day before serving it, you remove it from the freezer and thaw it in the refrigerator overnight. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you that are not in the US, you're going to have to convert. Remove your foil and bake for 30 minutes until bubbly and golden brown on top. I am refrigerating mine because I will be cooking it tonight. And I'll show you pictures tonight. I'm not even going to use foil. I have a lid. I'll show you pictures tonight of how this looks, guys. And I'm actually looking forward to trying this because everything in here, I mean, this really actually already smells very good. And everything in here, you know, is good quality, good tasting ingredients. So if this works out well, this is something that will probably make its way into our rotation, especially where we're going to have at least a couple of days a week where I need to really almost have supper ready when she walks in the door. So guys, sorry if this is a little long-winded, but I'm hoping that this will be a good one. And come back in just a few minutes and see, at least a few minutes of video time anyway, and see how this looks. Well guys, the general consensus was this was pretty good. If I had to do it again, I would have probably added some breadcrumbs to the top. And probably I would have wanted the veggies added to it if it hadn't been for my daughter wanting to eat it with us. But all in all, the flavor was actually really good, and I think I'll probably definitely be making it again. So if you get a chance to try it, I say go for it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.